Well, well, well. What do we have here, everybody? What do we have here? CNN reports Democrats ready to replace Pelosi if they lose the majority. Her time is done. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is really something here. By the way, there is a 70% chance, as of right now as I talk to you, there's a 70% chance Democrats lose the House. There's a very good chance they win the Senate, but it looks like right now they're likely to lose the House. And if you go, Nate Silver's 538, if you just look at the polls only forecast, it says an 81% chance they lose the House. So Nancy Pelosi could be going gonzo right now, y'all. So let's see what they say here. CNN's Melanie Zanona and Isaac Dover reported to Brianna Killar on New Day that many on Capitol Hill have said that 82-year-old Pelosi's Democratic Party leadership could be coming to an end. Dover reported he and others have spoken to members of Congress and staffers who are potentially ready to move on from Pelosi. Quote, they are looking at the situation and saying, look, things seem like they're going better for Democrats these days than they were, and so they're feeling positive about that, but they're looking to the future, Dover reported, and they're saying if we manage to hold onto the majority, maybe Nancy Pelosi could stick around, but if we don't, then her time is done. Dover added that Pelosi has expressed to some that November could mark the end of her time in Congress. Though the decision will ultimately fall on her, Pelosi has reportedly not announced any plans to step down or retire to avoid having trouble fundraising ahead of the midterms. As far as who would replace her in her leadership role, Capitol Hill reporter Zanona said Representative Hakeem Jeffries is considered likely the frontrunner, and Representative Adam Schiff is also considered a strong choice among Democrats to fill the spot. Now let me pause here. Here's why this is an I told you so moment for the left, for the Congressional Progressive Caucus, for the Justice Democrats. You had Pramila Jayapal oftentimes went along with terrible Pelosi strategies and ideas because she thought, if I stay on Pelosi's good side, I'm going to be the next speaker. That was always incredibly naive. They got played for fools because who's likely? And I said it from a long, long time ago. I said, it's going to be Hakeem Jeffries. Now, they say he's the front runner, but the only other one they mention here is Adam Schiff. So in other words, it's people to the right of Pelosi. It's not anybody to her left. And the left has been cucked to Pelosi because there's more disagreement with Pelosi and calls for Pelosi to step down from her right than there is from her left. So it was all for naught, man. It was all for naught. And these people would be just as bad, if not worse, than Nancy Pelosi. Killar flagged the fact that both frontrunners mentioned are men. Quote, any women? Any women? Killar asked both reporters. Dover informed Killar that the top job is likely going to a man after Pelosi. Quote, there are women who are in consideration for other posts, but the top job is probably going to not be a woman at this point, Dover said, adding the caveat that it is still too early to tell. Now, by the way, one of the things they bring up here is that age is a factor in the Nancy Pelosi thing, that the other congresspeople are like, yeah, her generation kind of passed. She's up there in age. And that is an argument that I really don't like because it's a Trojan horse argument to get somebody with the same ideology as Pelosi or a worse ideology than Pelosi who's younger to take that role. And that is insufferable because then they can make a big deal of like if it's another person who's in the running, Clyburn, who's way worse than Pelosi, right? So if one of these people gets the job, well, he's just as old too, or he's very old as well. So even let's say they go with somebody younger. Let's say they go with Hakeem Jeffries. They're going to make a big deal about, oh, he's young. It's a different generation. They're going to make a deal like, oh, he's black. What a big step this is. Ideological concerns will be totally out the window for the media and totally out the window for the Democrats. And it's going to be all, just hollow identity politics nonsense that masks what their agenda is and masks what they're doing. And look, the fact of the matter is it time for Pelosi to go? Yes, it absolutely is time for Pelosi to go. She has been an anchor around the neck of Democrats all around the country because if you're running as a Republican in any district anywhere in this country, you can run ads against Nancy Pelosi. You could show all the stock trading that she's doing and the millions of dollars that she made and all the various corrupt deals behind the scenes. And that plays well. Anti-corruption politics plays well. Even if the right is just posturing on that front, that lands with voters. And so she's been a huge problem for the Democrats. She's been a huge fundraiser, but that's because she's sold out most thoroughly. And those are the people who raise the most money from the big money interests, from the corporate PACs and things of that nature. So it's definitely time for Pelosi to be done. But what we're going to see here is somebody just as bad, if not worse than Pelosi, take over. And the left, yet again, is proving how ineffectual they are because they were strategizing and plotting, playing the inside game. Maybe we'll get the leadership position after she's gone. And right now, not a single one of their names is mentioned. Not a single one. So Pramila Jayapal, how do you feel? How do you feel about that? The number of times you kowtow to Pelosi, and then still, when it comes down to it, you're getting stabbed in the back. So there you have it. Now, again, what's the likelihood here? I'd say there's a 65% chance that Nancy Pelosi is going to be done. Because, again, Democrats, 70% or 80% likely to lose the House, and then maybe Pelosi will turn around and say, look, I'm done after this, right? So, and ultimately, I know it's being framed as Pelosi is going to be ousted by other Democrats. It's not that. It's if she is no longer the leader, it's going to be because she chose, all right, now I'm done, which really shows the ironclad hold that she has on the elected Democrats, which is a problem in and of itself, by the way. But look, either way, it's I guess you could say it's a positive thing because Pelosi being gone by definition is positive, but it's going to be cold comfort and it's going to be a very short celebration because I guarantee you whoever replaces her is going to be just as bad, if not worse. All right, guys. I love y'all. Thank y'all for listening to the show. You guys are wonderful. And, I'll see you on the next show. I guess I'll do my shameless plugs real quick because you got to do your shameless plugs. I struggle to do my shameless plugs, but, what are you going to do? That's the game. That's what we're doing here. So if you're listening on YouTube, like and subscribe and click that bell icon so you're notified every time a video drops. That helps a lot. If you comment, that helps too, just to get the video going in the algorithm. So that would be awesome. And thank you to all the patrons of the show. You can support the show on Patreon. That link is in the video description box. You can also support Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. Pay $5 a month to get the video of the shows a day early. Everybody else can listen for free, the audio version of the show. And so that's all I got for y'all today. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.